I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen. That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renaissance was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Naori? What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just... Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through her?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Xion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Xion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still. No, it isn't. You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah, we can protect the world and save Xion at the same time.
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Xion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store. Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Oh, once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but... are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
Hail!
Talon Hurricane!
More pest up! My will!
Flare Tornado!
Magic exam!
I'm out of ammo!
I'll be saving this one! Photon Flash! More with that! Zephyr Trident!
Denied!
Second Overflow!
in the
Lightning Condemned!
Now you see what I can do!
Resurrection!
Glacial Spear.
You
require
Demon Fang!
No further!
Freaking does it! Lunar corruption!
Rising Warfare!
Rip and
Glacial magic is there!
Talon Hurricane!
That'll bring you down!
Eternal Devastation!
In the wind!
Not today!
Let me show you what my art...
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Talon
Resurrection!
Eagle
Not in
Fire!
our dreams!
Slash! Swallow Blade!
Just what I illuminate the storm! Down the force! Holy glimmer! Holy land! I can handle
away! Far enough!
Zephyr Trident!
I can carve through! Now I'm in the groove!
Glacial Spear.
still.
Pierce evil.
Rising Falcon!
Do you require a hand?
No further!
Watch
Eat
this!
Glimmer Dragon!
Flare tornado!
But if you hear it now!
Glacial Spear. Pierce evil.
Dust to dust!
Water astral energy!
Let the marksman
All
handle
good things
this.
come to an end.
Zephyr Trident!
Ignite!
Fierce Wall! Swallow Flight!
Here I come!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Swallow Dance! Rip and
Not
tear!
today!
Will this help?
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
Let me show you what my art...
Now I'm real mad!
Raging Storm! Swallow Flight!
This one's mine!
Resurrection!
Strike!
You require
Close one! A chain between heaven and earth. A wailing fierce lightning! Primed and ready! Divine savior!
Blew away!
A whirling storm!
Devastation!
There, we
No
are!
further!
First force! Magna Ray! I'm all stopped up! Sleep
Demon
now!
Fang!
I'll
Double
be
Demon
saving
Fang!
you this
You
way.
hear it now!
Destruction!
Rip and
Tear
tear!
you to shreds!
Eagle Assault!
Gusty nail! Eagle Flame of Fury! Burning Strike! Lightning Supernova! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Water, hear my call.
I can carve through armor!
Leave the charges
to me! Denied!
Eternal Devastation! Not today!
Fury! Burning Strike!
Glacial Spear.
Sword!
Swallow Blade!
Now slaughter! More annihilation! Mega Ray!
Flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
Shine!
Glimmer
Do you require a hand?
Holy land!
In a
Chain
bind?
between heaven and
Take
earth!
it! It's time!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What? It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alpha, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean... Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renin and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renin and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
It's too late. We can't stay here.
We need to go. Alphen!
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am...
Hey?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Is Volron... have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What? Those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renasolma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now, those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renasolma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But... seriously... I was not... expecting Volron to actually be here.
He seemed to care not one whit about Renans or Danans.
Yeah. Not in a good way like with us.
Dispose of the trash.
Not today! It's weakened!
This ends now!
Apply that gun in your hand!
You smash you!
Do it! Flame of fury!
In an instant!
Impact block! A chain between heaven and earth!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Finish it! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Step back! This one's all law!
I can handle it!
Bring him down! Far enough!
Searing flame! Reload!
Locked and loaded!
Cyanide! Watch him bleed!
I'm the true gunslinger around here.
I see one, eh?
Raging Dragon! Eagle fly! Back into the flame! Cyanide win!
It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest!
Can't get out of this!
Glacial spear.
More for the stockpile! Crossblade! Reload! Let me show you what my eyes are!
I'll finish you in time! I felt fine not too long ago.
I need to pull myself together.
Stand down. I'll trip it up.
A whirling Winds of
Back into the fray!
Force!
I'll tear you apart!
There! And again!
Sleep now!
Eat dirt!
Saving this one! Photon blast!
This one's mine! I never miss!
Lost my focus!
Severing wind!
Lunar Blast!
Can't get out of this!
Ready! Lunar
I'm
Blast!
on a roll now!
I'm all stopped up!
Annihilation! Astral energy!
Say no more.
With this, I can become even stronger.
I won't forgive you!
I can carve through armor!
Searing Tempest! Enact the
Chill.
will! Flare
I'll be
Tornado!
saving this one.
Spear Sweep!
These ones can run rings around us.
Wyvern! Soaring light spear!
Radiant
Dragon
Spear!
Sword!
Divine Savior!
Water! Hear my chorus! Air Thrust! Far enough! A whirling double!
Finish it!
Winds of the
Not
Wind!
today!
Handle this! Where are you going?
Seal!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Resurrection!
Finish it! Outrising! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
There's always room for improvement.
What the? When did it get pitch dark all of a sudden?
The lights are all out. Think it has something to do with the explosion back in the Forbidden Zone? Doe?
You two.
Faria, Avakir. Thank goodness you're safe.
Avakir filled me in about everything. About how I ambushed you all.
She doesn't remember a thing.
Why hasn't the Sovereign...
Your speech seems to have done the trick. Looks like the city...
Looks like the people... of Lenegis can rest easy.
I couldn't have done it without your words of encouragement, Law.
Hey, you're the one who made the speech.
I think everybody can share the credit here.
This shall suffice. Please, everyone, have as much as you like.
Hey, you're pretty good at cooking, Dohalim.
That's for sure. And rather surprising. I never thought a Renin Lord would know how to fix anything on their own.
You flatter me. This dish is nothing special.
I don't know. I'd say this was pretty good.
Yeah. If we ever get back to Calaglia, I'd love the chance to share this with everybody.
All I did was...
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
thought we'd find answers on Lenegis, but we just ended up finding more questions.
Damn! The hell just happened?
Our course has been altered. The coordinates are pointing to a different destination.
What's that?
The ship's controls aren't accepting my commands. The engine is being shut down.
That's bad, right?
Quite bad. We've lost control of the ship.
Is all of this the Red Women's doing?
Are they trying to finish us off before we can land?
Everyone! Look there!
A flower blooming out of Rena?
But that flower looks like it's absorbing all of Dana's energy.
And it appears Lenegis is serving as a conduit for that energy to reach here. Could that have been its true purpose all along?
If that's true, do you think the people back on Lenegis are all right?
We can only pray that they are.
Damn it! Haven't they taken enough already? When is this going to end?
The Flower of Oblivion.
With everything that's happening, we need to get back to Lenegis. Is the ship still offline?
Unfortunately, yes. Even more so than when it lay dormant.
Can you fix it?
Starships are extremely complex machines. One wrong move while we're out here in space could very well cost us our lives.
So what? We're just stuck inside here, floating around? For how long?
I don't believe this. We've made it all this way, and now we're stuck here? We're watching Dana die before our eyes, and we have no choice but to sit here and starve to death?
Law, calm down! You're not the only one who's worried here.
Right. Sorry.
It's still too early to give up. There has to be a way to get out of this.
Alphen.
Now what?
The starship, it's back online?
No, this is different. Something is pulling our ship in towards it.
We managed to get moving, but where are we?
It looks like Lenegis in here.
Do you think we might run into more Renans here? Or those red women?
Perhaps. Someone brought us here. The question is, who?
We haven't been ambushed, so that probably means they aren't hostile. Still, why would anyone want to bring us here?
Hey, Shion!
If they wanted to attack us, they could have done so while we were back on the starship. We should see where this path takes us.
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah.
Okay, who's the wise guy that summoned us here?
Someone formidable enough to bring our starship along with us.
They must be here somewhere. Let's find them.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that? It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't look like it can move. Tell me, are you the one who brought us here?
That is correct. It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
It can talk.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh, goody. More riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil. The Red Women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it, without question, throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegis. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
Yeah, but...
Let's assume that what Hevrek 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's Great Spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents. So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegis are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great
You can't seriously be...
Who are they?
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Are you a Renan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
What a weird guy.
Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so I can talk until then.
Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes. It was to use...
Have you guys lived up here in Dig Faisal with Hevrek 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though.
Everyone's just gone their own way, huh?
Yeah, let's hit up each spot. This is great. The taste and aroma will blow everyone away.
You both seem awfully calm.
Oh.
I still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make sense of all this.
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed.
Well, it sounds like everyone's learning from their past and using it to create a better future for everyone.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel about the origin of the Renans? Well, is everybody ready to do what needs to be done? Our minds are made up. Let's go give Hevrek 35 our answer.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience, and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renus Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renus Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit. and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the Great Astral Spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so clear.
You don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die. That we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
That's...
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis. We have reason to believe the
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the Great Astral Spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, that is why it is without the Maiden's direct control.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self. If so...
Well?
It is true that the Renis...
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level, considering that the Renis Alma was
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that... We want to stop Dan. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
What you say is...
You'll agree?
I am an observer. I wish to see how well they work against the...
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma...
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my...
So right in the middle of that giant flower then.
I have one more question. You've said... What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the...
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it...
Likely, the collapse...
Man, I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Havrek 35 and the others have gotten used to fix our starship. We're going to...
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. Finished.
Man, is it too much to ask for Havrek 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him.
You still thinking about what the...
I am.
You're worried about the future.
The fact that our
But you still intend to confront this truth head on.
So I wanted to apologize.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before. About whether Dan... I get why you're... So, I'm sorry.
No, Law. Of course you were worried.
But...
Yeah, I think that might be part, but I think...
Believe?
Remember how I used to...
Yeah, of course.
When we rescued Zephyr and it was the first time, then it made me want to believe my powers were made to
So that's...
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other. Yeah?
That's not quite true.
Uh,
I sensed it when we first... But
So you're saying there's in a way...
what? Yeah. Maybe...
Everett 35 might know the answer, but... So thanks, Rinwell. To be honest, the only reason I feel like...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No. What were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were thinking?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already. You sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't.
Same as you. Still trying to absorb everything.
Remember when it was so simple? We were only fighting all the lords on Dana?
Ages and ages ago.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have my memories back.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrecht 35 said, I need you to promise me, Alphen. You'll use the Blazing Sword to destroy...
Huh?
It's true the Blazing Sword may not have the strength of... but it's taken us this far.
You can't be serious.
Listen, the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it. I promise you, I'm not planning on going any... But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Shion. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen, okay. I understand. And I'll forgive you. So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
I remember how I felt the first... My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, I don't have words for the shock.
That's because I couldn't feel pain.
Even once you could, though, you still... But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because...
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Everybody get enough rest?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is
We're fighting for a new future.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds.
Then let's go, everybody.
Repairs on your starship are complete.
Is that you, Hevrecht?
I can.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrecht 30...
I have unlocked all...
Warp drive? Wait.
It's possible that the...
Using the warp drive, you should...
All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
It would appear that our Helganquil...
You know what that means.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure
if the Oblivion and Dark... It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever. Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Reload!
I'll pick you all off!
Here I go! Order! Don't mind if I do!
Water! Here's my call!
All finished!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Too much to handle? Dance in the wind!
We got this! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Dragon deny!
Back into the fray!
Run well! Demon's descent! Flashing fang!
Easy! Way to go! Fred! Show you what my art can do!
Don't mind if I do! Fury! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Where are you going? Chinese
Not today!
Supernova! Let me show you what my art can do! Rise and shine! Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what... but I hate killing them.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I know.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
The earth throbs in pain.
No further!
Serious head! And next time, more incoming! Flare tornado!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Divide Zephyr Dance in the wind! Glacial Spear, Pierce Evil! Freeze Lancer!
Burn!
Denied! Take it! This is it! By the power of water! Dance in the wind! Blizzard! Seriously! Kisara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Easter! Where are you going? Illuminate the dawn! I never miss! Holy Glimmer! Holy Light! A chain between heaven and Dohaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Enemies incoming!
More? Then we'll take them down! No further! We got the advantage!
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause law's on it!
Man,
You picked the wrong fight!
Where are you going? If it's in the sky, it's
More
mine!
eagles?
Keep calm and take them down! Fire in the wind!
Finish it!
Reinforcement!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Radiant light! Pierce! A chain between heaven and earth! Flame of fury! Burning light! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze laser! Struggle! Winds of heaven! Reload! As impressive as always.
Take this!
No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Sion actually look flustered.
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I never miss! Don't mind if I do!
Burn!
Eat there! One glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze laser! Now! Alpha!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Dougal somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
really bad feeling about this.
My natural defenses are fading. I'm a sitting duck!
Retreat from this battle.
Retreat? I would
A
never.
spot of beast hunting, anyone? I'll blind you with this stuff.
Dance in the wind!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Fearful!
Now you see what I can do! Negative gate!
I'll fix you up!
Prepare to be
Wind,
sealed
recover
by fleet
energy.
of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Let me show you what my art can do! Rise and shine between heaven and earth! Sea of lightning!
Glacial deity!
Pierce evil!
Eagle ray!
Field! Breeze lancer! Here goes! Hurricane on my watch!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Fierce let's go! Piercing with the earth! Leave the field!
On your
Primed
knees.
and ready!
I'll smash you!
Damn it! I never miss!
Glacial fire! Resonate with the earth!
A chain between heaven and earth!
Going in!
Zephyr Trident! Crush all!
Now we're not
A whirling
Can't
struggle!
get out of this!
Pierce the evil! Winds of heaven! Burst forth!
Their
Breeze
arts were
lancer!
interrupted!
I don't even know the word defeat.
Going in!
They smite.
You picked the wrong fight!
Here, let me help.
Time to start!
Glacial steel. Pierce evil.
Art expert!
Searing roar!
Confiscated! My will!
Shattering of pieces!
Raging
Attack
storm!
fire!
Radio!
Won't save you!
I'm all set!
By the
Nothing gets by
Raging
me!
cascade!
radiant pit. That'll bring you down.
In here!
Demon
Get
blast!
out there with the Eagle ray!
This one's all mine!
Showtime!
Ignite! Piercing roar!
Let me show you!
Look sharp!
Field! Falling
Elusive
storm!
meaning.
Resurrection!
Soaring
Just
blow!
The earth throbbed.
May 1,000
I'll
gales
fix you
tear
up.
you to shreds!
Recover.
Down! Glacier!
I'm out of ammo.
I'm ready!
Fierce sweep. Kizara. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot!
A whirling struggle.
Ignite!
Winds of heaven.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Wow, look what I just found. This'll make us even more formidable.
Guess I misread the landing.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps it's the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrecht 35 about it sometime.
have a bad feeling about this.
Far enough! Armor won't save you!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Hurricane Strike!
Confiscated!
Havoc Thrust!
Tempest Swirl!
Glacial
Now! Ringwell! Frozen!
Hammer!
Nicely done!
Here I go!
All thanks to you!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my
away.
healing arts to accomplish this.
Light after lightning conduct! Thunderblade!
A chain
New
between
Emperor!
Earth.
Back into the fray! A wailing frenzy of lightning! Annihilation!
Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Photon! Now!
Tiger Blade! All yours, Kisara!
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Awesome! We've got an avatar of destruction here!
Truly, she leaves naught but rubble in her wake.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
We're in for a long
armor is all
with
mine.
this one.
I can carve through armor.
I can handle it.
Sharpness.
Thank you.
Far enough.
This one's mine. Where are you going? Glacial fire. The power of light.
I'm ready to go.
Raging
Still, you're on.
Here, let me help.
I need something.
You need to be healed.
How the mighty have fallen.
Their arms were in. I'm going to need to use all the power of
Ignite.
Resurrection! Came between heaven and earth. Zephyr Wailing Fancy of Lightning! I'll fix you up.
Execution.
Zephyr Lightning Orb! Fierce!
Take this.
Water Astral Energy!
Now you see what I can do.
Do you require a hand?
Take this.
Here, let me help. Hydration Orb! Again! Illuminate the dark! That'll bring you down. Holy Land! Let me show between heaven and earth.
This one's mine.
A wailing Fancy of Lightning!
This one's mine.
Resurrection!
Divine Blackened blade.
Hurricane Strike! Lightning the Dead! Show you what my art can do! Illuminate the dark! Going in! Holy Glimmer! Arts require complete focus!
Astral
Here
arts?
goes! That's my cue!
Engulfs you.
Shut him down.
Illuminate the
shield.
dark!
Take
Come
this!
forth! Holy Land!
That's you.
You picked the wrong fight.
Simply incredible.
A wailing Fancy of Lightning! I'm going to need to use Seal! Let me show you what my art can do!
Take this.
Shine!
Denied. I don't
So
have
you
much
clamor
left.
for my true power?
Now where was I?
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
We can really make weapons with this?
I have a bad feeling about this.
I never miss! Darkness! This
Negative
one on
gain.
my watch!
Resonate with the earth.
Radiant
This
blood!
one's all mine.
This
On
one's
your
mine!
nose today.
Photon, lightning condemned!
I'm ready.
Illuminate the dark! Fire voice! Holy glimmer!
Armor won't save
Holy
you.
land!
Guardian
Here I go!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free. Elusive
Mega ray
being.
in the wind!
Rotating power.
Hurricane strike!
Mega ray!
Make it rain!
Gemini dance in the wind!
Hurricane
Air
It's
drop!
on.
Light astral energy!
Eat dirt.
Dance in the wind! Air drop!
On your
Light
knees.
astral energy! Raging cascade!
Here I go.
It's now!
Stalagmite.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me. I have a bad feeling about this. Resistance denied! Sharpness! That'll bring you down! Catapult! Hurricane strike! Tempest!
I think I'll pass on the handshake.
Zephyr Trident! Not on my watch! Spear sweep!
In a bind?
Tiger blade!
Take it.
It's over! Flaming meteor!
No dawn shall break the flame inside me. Yours will be let free. Can you take it? You picked the wrong fight.
First force! Flare tornado! Catapult!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Freeze laser! How do you like being pounded into shape?
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Freeze laser!
Air pressure.
Inferno cluster! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare demolisher! Radiant pierce! Crush all!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Good! I'll leave it to you!
Anything in order.
I owe you, Sion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Back into the fray!
Chain between
Scion
heaven and earth.
instinct
Coming through. Don't mind if I do.
Scion
Prepare to be
instinct!
seized!
My astral energies. Dance in the wind.
Glacial air slaughter!
Annihilation.
Mega ray! Annihilation!
It's on! Not today!
By the power of law, get toasty!
Bird strike!
I felt better. That. That's for sure.
This looks nice and tough.
We're in for a long slog with this one. Crush all! Zephyr Trident!
It's everlasting darkness.
Glacial spear! Pierce! Eat dirt! Sleep now!
I don't feel so good.
Then it's best to fall back.
Forgive me, darling.
Reload! I'll cover you!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah!
Annihilation!
Resonate with the earth!
Annihilation! Annihilation!
Feel.
The everlasting
Get on in there with the
darkness.
others.
Negative
Let
gate.
me show you what my
Onward
heart
and
can do!
into.
I'm
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish
Can't
this.
get out of this! Now you see what I can do! Dance on the wind! This one's all mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Glacial Lady of Course!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Going in! Searing Flame! Reload! I don't even know the word defeat. Raging Storm! Annihilation!
On your
Radiant Pierce! I'll fix you up! Flaming Meteor! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
It's on! Begin!
Let me show you what my heart can do! Air thrust!
I can carve through armor!
Resurrection! I'll fix you up! Don't mind if I do! On guard!
No further!
Recover! Where are you going? Now! Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
Well, looky here!
We're in for a long slog with this one.
Hear my call!
They smite with black and blade!
Guardian Field!
Glacier!
All right!
Lightning Zephyr Trident! Thunderblade! As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough. Holy Land!
No cause to break
The airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Denied!
Like moth,
I'm ready! Spear!
all yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Take the deity!
I'll
Smash you!
Reload!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
I'm only getting
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
I'm out of ammo! Lightning condensed!
Reflect
Hear
on
me!
thy
Flame
sin.
of fury!
They smite with black and blade!
Zephyr Trident! Air thrust!
Now or never!
I never fail!
Catapult! No
Winds of
further!
heaven! This one's gone!
All in order.
Take it! It's over! Lightning!
Glacial higher!
Radiant Pierce!
Elusive
Air
deity!
thrust! Lightning! Going in! I'm out of ammo! Air thrust! Lightning!
Take this! Now you see what I can do!
Lightning
This one's
condensed!
mine!
I never miss! Thunderblade! Illuminate the dark! Lunar corruption!
Denied!
Back into the fray! Came between heaven and earth!
On your
A wailing instant!
Flaming Meteor!
No art of being interrupted. Benediction.
On guard!
Let me show you what my art can do!
Begin! This one's all mine!
Raging! I hope this medicine works as promised.
Eat dirt!
Elusive
deity! Fading crap!
Ready to go!
I can carve through armor!
Lunar corruption! Gemini
Blasting shot!
Lightning!
No further!
That'll bring you down!
I'm ready!
It's over! Astral energy! Full throttle! I think I'm getting stronger. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
I'm in your...
Tempest!
Illuminate
I'll
the
blind you with a shot!
Glacier!
down! Fly!
Crescent move!
Elusive deity!
Tiger! Let's get Glacier! I'm out of ammo! Glacial fire! Fear sweep!
Air pressure!
May it falling storm! Period of dread! Searing technique!
Ready to whip! I can carve through
Now!
armor!
Inferno Prophet!
I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare Demolisher! They've got me in their sights. Going in.
Period of dread! Searing tempest! Gusty nail!
Going in. Flare.
Do it!
Hurricane strike!
Catapult! Eat dirt!
Annihilation! Radiant pierce! Illuminated thrust!
No further!
Lunar corruption!
This one's
bring you down! Art expert coming through!
Hurricane strike.
Begin!
Upgrade burst! Let me show you what you are!
They smite
Rise
with
and
black and
shine!
blade!
Switch on! Raging cascade!
Anything in armor is all mine! Execution!
Glacial field! I'll be saving this Freeze Lancer!
It's on!
Look sharp!
Rupture! You picked the wrong fight!
Lunar corruption! Alright! Glacial strike time!
Elusive deity!
Freeze Lancer!
Soaring
Hold
blast!
A chain between heaven and earth! A whirling
I'll
struggle.
stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara!
I am not beyond fury!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze Lancer!
Negative gate!
Piercing flame of fire! Burning strike! Blah, blah, blah. Glacial spear!
Take this! Resonate with the earth! I'll smash you!
I'm going to need to use all the
meteor!
Here's
Far enough!
More when that came
By the
from.
power of water!
That'll bring you down!
Elusive deity!
Not on my watch!
Demon blast!
I'm
ready.
Here! Alpha! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I need to be stronger.
What do you think this place was for?
What the hell?
No. They appear to be well preserved. However,
Dead?
Looks that way.
bear in mind that knowing that...
And that place is here.
So what you're saying is that all of these...
Most likely, yes.
There are so many of them.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge lumbering beasts lately?
It's no ordinary Susan. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourselves. All bets are off when it comes to this thing.
Dance in the wind!
With the earth was all mine.
A whirling struggle! Fierce!
You picked the wrong
Winds of heaven! First force!
Anything in armor is all mine!
Cyclone! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Hear me! Flame! It looks like you thought this was covered!
Its head is its weak point?
We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Let me show you what my art can do! Rising between heaven and earth!
The flame inside me!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
Denied! In a bind?
Photon
I'm going to need to use...
That'll bring you down!
Dance from the wind!
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm all stuck Holy Land! A chain between heaven and earth!
With blackened blade!
Art sealed! Flare tornado! Not on my watch! Swift
Glacial Spear!
Pierce evil! Raging storm! Freeze laser! Water! Pierce...
I can carve through armor!
Puddle! Spread! This one's mine!
I'll grind you into dust!
Dance in the wind! Blood! Air thrust! Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy glimmer! Holy land!
Burn! Ground and pound! I'll grind you into
Thunder
dust!
field!
Inferno crossing!
By the power of water!
Now or never!
This will come in
No
handy.
further!
Going to
keep up the pressure!
Thunderblade! Time to into the shadows! Illuminate the sword! Meteor! Holy glimmer! Holy land! A chain between heaven and earth! Now!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Tornado! Cyan instant! Lightning
Where are you
orb!
going?
Hurricane
Now you see what I can do!
Don't mind if I do! Reload!
The flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth! Holy glimmer! Holy land! Flare tornado! Tiger blade! Searing flame! Reload! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'm going to need to use...
They're not playing around!
Glacial
Let me show you what my art can do! Rise and shine! Divine savior! Resurrection!
Glacial Spear!
Pierce evil! A whirling freeze lancer!
Resonate with the earth!
Winds of heaven! I'm out of ammo!
Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Back into the fray! Hear me! Flame of
Denied!
fury! That'll bring you down! Going in!
Can't get out of this!
Here's a healing arm!
Do it!
First aid!
This one's mine!
Lunar corruption!
Can you take it?
Art expert coming through! Lightning orb! Illuminate the dark! Holy glitter! Holy land! Chain between heaven and earth! Gemini Aqua! A wailing banshee of lightning!
Glacial Spear!
Pierce
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing...
Shattering us to pieces! Attack to everlasting dark!
By the power
Negative gate! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Holy glimmer!
On your
Holy
knees.
land! Chain between heaven and earth! Banshee of lightning!
The flame inside me! Yours to be let
Take
free!
this!
Fierce
Watch yourself.
Not long to go now.
We couldn't have done it without you, Rinwell.
Thanks! Come on! Let's you and me get in there and finish this fight! Water! Here I come! Hold on to your eyes! Here I come! Burning strike! Illuminate the dark! Inferno glacier!
Ready and wary!
Zephyr!
Now you see what I can do!
Raging glacier! Sear! Take that! This one's mine! Flare tornado!
I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Where was I?
Thunder! I can't hold on much longer!
Ready to go!
Flaming meteor! Zephyr tornado! Fierce tornado!
The flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
Glacial Spear!
Pierce evil! Freeze lancer!
Where are you going?
Lightning condemned!
No further!
Thunderblade!
Water, hear my call!
Illuminate blood!
Take shot! Armor won't save you!
Lightning orb! Radiant between heaven and earth! By the wailing banshee of now!
I'm ready!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made...
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found...
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing William's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
We're back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are at least... No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
I guess this is the flip side of that pathway we were walking on just a little while ago.
This is crazy. Who knew such amazing technology existed?
Everything's topsy-turvy, and that's all you can think about?
Bear in mind, the core of Rena now sits above us.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
This debt shall not be forgotten.
Blazer, crush all! Zephyr Trident! Hurricane!
The Tempest engulfs you!
This is gonna need all of us together! Annihilation! In the wind!
Glacial Spear! Go for the weak point!
The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Going in! Shattering up in pieces! Attack time!
Where are you going?
I'll be saving this way!
Fair enough!
One more!
Shield ready! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me!
Good! I'll leave it to you!
Right now! Hurricane! Ready! Now!
No further!
Damn it!
Out of ammo!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Watch and raging storm! Bananas, let's go!
Glacial power! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
A chain between...
I'll face you!
Away
Ready and ready! Everlasting duck! Now you see what I can do! Eagle Ray!
Glacial Spear! Primed and ready! Freeze Lancer!
No dawn shall break this
Raging
night!
Cascade!
Having a demon land!
That'll bring you down! Denied!
Crescent Moon! Dance in the wind!
Crescent
Air
Flash!
Blast! A chain between heaven and earth! Glacial Spear! Here's a wailing Banshee
This
of
one's
lightning!
mine! Demon
Freeze
land!
Lancer!
Eagle
Divine
Ray!
Savior!
Crescent
Do it!
Catapult!
Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
What are those?
Not real ones, though.
We must be getting close to...
Hey, Rinwell, what was that?
Right. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dana's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dana exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dana's—
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact—
I know it's a long shot, but it—
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Prepare to be
Don't
worry, I've got plenty
In a
to go
bind?
around. Armor won't save you!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious. Freeze Lancer! Trouble.
Got fire!
I've got it! I'm marker
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep, and we can do this.
Impressive fervor, little one.
Healing circle!
So tired.
All that running around and catching up with you.
We'll soon see about that.
Behold! The Earth's pulse! Tectonic fission! Beckoned into everlasting
fix you up. Let the marksman handle this.
Negative gate!
Far enough!
They smite with
Into the swirling storm!
I'm ready!
Joleen! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry
Damning
distraction.
flame of
There's still more to go.
Look sharp! A wailing banshee of lightning! Freeze Lancer! Seal! Who wants to die yet?
Shattering
Blood.
of
And
beast!
the wind!
Attack time!
Air thrust! Mega ray! One more time! Art expert! Hearing flame of
They
fury!
smite with blackened
Burning! I
blade!
never miss!
I'm ready!
Alpin! Astral energy!
Say no more.
I can feel my precision improving. I have a bad feeling about this.
Heal that demon! See this coming?
Resonate with the
Illuminate
earth!
the dark!
Stalagmite!
Come
Can't get out of this!
Light up the
Holy
dark!
land!
Not today!
I got you!
Searing flame! Reload!
Elusive
Dance
deity!
in the wind!
Eagle ray!
Chronicles spear!
Dance in the wind!
Glacial spear!
Here's the evil! Banshee of lightning! Freeze Lancer! Divine savior!
I'll save you!
Right here!
I can carve through orbit!
Try in back and... Where are you going?
Catapult! Far enough! I'm on it!
Raging storm! Take it! Glimmer I'm only getting started! Raging cascade!
Talon hurricane!
Spread! Mega ray!
Glacial spear! Pierce the evil!
Megasonic thrust!
Freeze Lancer!
Flame inside is
Shining
yours to be
supernova!
let free!
Water! Here's what I do!
Hurricane!
Spread! Tearing! Flame of fury!
It's
Raging
time.
cascade!
In a bind? Double demon fang!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm
Should
here
have
to
messed
stop
with
it.
me!
Severing
wing!
between heaven and earth!
What my arts can do.
Mirage!
A wailing banshee of lightning! Resurrection!
Take this!
A whirling struggle!
Glacial
Winds
spear!
of heaven!
Pierce the
Earth
evil!
force!
Nothing gets by me.
You picked the wrong fight!
Radiance, that'll bring you down!
I'll finish you here and now!
Raging
Demon fang!
cascade! It looks like you got nothing covered!
Fiercely
Whirling struggle! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
That's... Quite the technique.
You need me? I'm there. Oh man,
Fire's a
I hope I live long enough to regret this.
We're cleaning house.
Let me take the rest.
An airborne club.
No
Someone's
further.
feeling lively.
Flame inside me, yours to be
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Alvin, astral energy.
Say no more.
Well done.
I'll finish you here and now.
As impressive
More
as always.
struggles? Here I hope that was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never. You'll soon see about that.
Rip and tear.
Rising Warper. I can handle it. I'll fix you up.
This one's mine.
I'm ready.
Far enough. Swallow dance.
I never miss. Raging cascade.
Swallow dance.
Gemini Alpha.
Dragon. I'll finish you here and now. Eagle assault.
Holy land.
Anything in armor is all mine.
What is this?
Hey, you okay? Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go.
Enemy sealed!
Enemies incoming.
Take this! Then we'll take them down! Eagle Drop! Rising Warper! Storm! Watch it!
Will this help?
Luna Rondo!
Healing Solar Hurricane! All right. This one's mine. Do it. I guess you had weaknesses now and again.
Told ya! Mine's unstoppable!
Shame you're not like that all the time.
Yours to be
Now, Alpha.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Illuminate
More?
the dark.
Rising Warper! Shattering pieces! Attack us! Luna Rondo! Take
I can handle it. A wailing
Denied!
energy of lightning.
Who's next? More? Rising Warper!
Lunar corruption.
Eagle Rising
Gemini
Warper!
Aqua. Dance in the
Glimmer
wind.
Dragon!
Right here. By the
Thank
power of
you!
water.
Take Dragon Swarm! In a bind? Finish it!
Shot. Get toasty.
Burn Strike!
Right. Next one.
Be still! Already on it! Eagle Assault! Not today!
I'm all stuffed up.
I'll tear you apart! Watch this! Sword Rain Alpha! Finish it! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Dragon Radiant Pierce! Eagle Assault! Talon Storm!
Do it.
Rinwell! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! More? Now you see what I can do! Nothing gets by me!
Glacier Spear. Pierce evil.
Glimmer Dragon!
Illuminate the Lancer. Hug forth Holy Glimmer. Art sealed.
Be still!
Chain Spear.
I'm on it! I'll end you!
If it's in the sky, it's mine. A
Rising Warper! First strike!
Lunar corruption.
Shockwave Swallow Dance!
Sealed.
Finish it! Can't get out of this! Oh! Now I'm real mad! We did it! I can do this all good!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
This'll make us even more formidable.
This won't be easy. Don't be such a pessimist.
I'll smash you!
Fires of passion courses this flame.
Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal. He got fired.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
An astral,
All yours.
A charge like that can easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
Arch Steel! Not in your dreams!
I'll finish you here and now!
May 1,000 gales carry you to shreds! Gusty nail!
It's time!
Let me show you what my arm can do!
Not today!
Gales carry you to shreds!
Take this!
Resurrection!
Rising Wyvern.
Where are you going?
Now you see what I can do!
Illuminate the... Burning strike! Water like heaven and earth!
Freaking does it!
Dance in the wind!
Whirlwind
Sleep
snap!
now! Mega ray!
Talon hurricane! Ready to go! I'll finish you here and now!
It's Orchid Field!
I'm right behind. This ends now.
Denied!
Art expert coming through!
Demon Fang. Double Demon Fang.
It was nice while it lasted. I can carve through armor!
Photon Blast! Water Absolutely! Sometimes the best method...
Just getting started! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! A whirling trouble!
There you are! No! I won't give in!
Rising Wyvern.
Illuminate the dark! Here's a healing heart! Holy glimmer! Holy hand! Do it!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
With this, I can become even stronger.
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah. It's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's...
But Rena's will is supposed...
I don't think we have to worry about that. If we can discern what the Great Spirit...
Are you insane? Rinwell, gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this...
Rinwell!
What just happened?
Are you all right, Rinwell?
No, I'm fine. I think...
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
I'm sorry. I really am. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's...
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared, but it's not scared the way a rational person...
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. At the very least, I have my doubts that Earth, water, the Renis Alma, as far as we know, knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet just something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions.
In that case...
If that's all true, then... Well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion...
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, there'd be no Dana and no Rena.